everybody. My name's Kara, and I am gay. And I would like to share with you my coming out story because, not saying it will, but I'm really hoping that it will help a lot of people overcome their fear of coming out. And people are more accepting nowadays than you think they are. No matter what situation, you think, oh, my friend's a homophobe and I can't tell anyone because she'll hate me forever, or he'll hate me forever. They might at first, but they'll get over it, because if you're that good of friends, they won't care. But basically, I was bullied my whole life, and it was over little things like the fact that I was skinny, or the fact that my ears stuck out, or I don't know, I've always been underweight and stuff, and I have struggled with it a lot throughout my life, and I always knew that I was gay, so that was another weight, because I had to hide it from everyone, because I figured if people didn't accept me for, just my appearance, you can only imagine how I felt inside, if I would have told them how I really felt inside. Yeah, I didn't want to think about coming out, but I've known since, I've always known since probably I was 5 or 6, and, I had a crush on my grade 1 or 2 teacher, and, you don't really understand, anything like that when you're young, you just kind of shake it off, and you're like, yeah, it's weird, but, and maybe it's not right, but you don't really, put it through your head and are like, okay, I'm a total freak. You don't, especially at being 5 or 6. And basically coming out, I did it by an accident, so can't give you guys, I can't say anything about you guys not coming out because I was forced out, kind of. Yeah, basically I was at the mall with my aunt, and this girl walked by. She was quite nice looking, and I tend to say my thoughts out loud sometimes, and in this situation I did, and my aunt just happened to be standing right next to me while I'm thinking, oh my god, she's hot, and I said it out loud. And my aunt, she made jokes about it at first. She's like, and I'm sitting there crying, telling her, I've never told anyone that I'm gay. You can't tell people, and that it's so bad, and everyone's gonna hate me, and this and that. And I was sitting there bawling my eyes out, the whole ride home, an hour, maybe 2. And she was like, no, it's alright, I have a crush on Angelina Jolie, she is so sexy, things like that, and her best friend's gay, so I knew she'd understand, but at the same time I still felt weird about it, because, it takes a while to, actually it takes a long time to be comfortable with something like that, and then you think that if you're not comfortable with it, that no one else will be, but really, even if people don't seem like it, whenever I told people, I had to tell my best friend over the phone, because I was so scared, and I was sitting there crying. I was like, I have to tell you something, and she was like, oh my god, just say it right now. And I was sitting there crying, and I'm like, yeah, I'm gay. And she's like, oh my god, yeah, I know, it's okay, don't be upset over that, I knew that. And I'm like, wow, why didn't you just ask me and take all the pressure off? Just be like, Kira, why don't you just tell people that you're gay? If you knew, then it would have been so much less stressful having to tell you out of all people, because I was so scared to tell her. I think probably because I had a crush on her, and I didn't want to mention that to her. I actually didn't mention it to her until a couple of weeks ago. So that was 4 or 5 months after I came out to her. things like that. Like, I wasn't even gonna tell her. And anyway. Yeah, like, then, like, the second person I told was my mom. And I told her over the phone because I didn't know how she would take it. Like, even though my uncle was gay, like, I really wasn't sure about her because she's not really one to react to anything. So at the same time, like, I didn't really cry that much when I was trying to tell her, but at the same time, she's my mom, so it meant a lot. So I told her, and she was like, well, if that's how you feel, like, then that's fine, you know. Could just be a phase. Like, I'm positive she still thinks it's a phase. But I think all moms, you know, want it to be a phase so that, you know, nobody wants their kid to be gay. But anyway, she's really accepting of it. She was like, you know, gay is okay, and she had like a little chant thing, and yeah. And then like my uncle was like actually one of like the last people I told, which is kind of weird because, you know, you think I would tell him first because, you know, he is gay himself. But I don't know, I was just really nervous to talk to him about it because, like, even though he's gay, he's a guy. So, like, it's the same thing, but it's opposite. And I don't know, I didn't know, like, we weren't that close then, so, like, I really didn't know how he would react to anything, like, that I told him. So, like, now that, you know, we're both out of the closet, we're really close right now, so that's good, because I always have somebody to talk to about it, you know, when I need support, because I can talk to Octavia about it. She's my best friend, you know, she understands me all the time, like, no matter what I go through, she always is there, and she always understands, and that's why, like, I tell her, like, everything, like, because, like, a lot of other people, you know, you'll talk about things like that, and they find it really awkward, which I don't really blame them, but at least my friends, like, they find it really awkward if I talk about other girls or whatever, and yeah, so, I don't know, but, yeah, I mean, now that, like, everyone in my school knows and everything, and, like, you know, I'm not shy to tell people now, like, I got over it, you know, I'm used to it, and I don't really care, and, you know, I get weird questions at school, like, mostly from guys, and they're, yeah, just weird questions, and, you know, it's kind of funny, but, yeah, it gets annoying sometimes, depending on the person asking, I think, and, like, I don't want to say, like, I got much bullying from it, because I didn't really. Like, I did before people knew that I was gay. Like, people bullied me about it all the time, and it really hurt, because they didn't know that I was. So, you know, they were doing it jokingly, so, but now I know, you know, people actually don't really bully me that much anymore, and people are, like, always, you know, on my side, like, always supporting me, like, I've made friends from it, like, people that used to hate me, like, now love me, and, like, I don't really know why, but they do, but I don't want to say I don't get bullied, because I probably do a lot behind my back, which, like, whatever, I don't really care, but, yeah, so that's my coming out story, and I hope it motivates you guys, because, you know, everybody's different, and you just have to learn to be yourself no matter, you know, what you truly are, and people will love you no matter what, so, you know, God intended you to be that way, so don't let anyone tell you different, okay?